Okay. Oh. Wonder if it'll work way over here. Ooh, that is weird. Hey everybody, so today is day 20. Day 20! Ooh, I gotta fix my screen because of where I am. It's probably really hard to see me. And so I'm over here because I've got a mirror and I can kind of see what's going on when I play. So that's kind of the reason for being over here. But I think I may just turn, so I'm a little bit easier to see. Okay, so last night I came back to my violin and I'm like, I really don't know enough about double stops and things like that. And so I looked into playing thirds and I saw a master class on it. Not that I'm ready for a master class, but I saw thirds and I thought, I bet you, I sing harmony. And so I know what a third is, and playing piano for years, I know what a third is. I know what it sounds like. So I'm like, okay. But I was amazed at how difficult it was for me to find a third on the violin when you play it simultaneously, just because there's so much wiggle room. So what I ended up doing, for those of you who are struggling with thirds, is I'd play the first pitch, and then I would play the third. And then I would reset my fingers. And then I would do it again. It's hard to get at the top. It's because it's closer together and it's different. And then going back down. Now that's on 1 and 3 that I'm playing that. But then they suggested playing it on 2 and 4 and then alternating 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 with your fingers going up, which I'll show you that. Oops. And I have to say, playing 2 and 4, the higher you go up is actually easier than playing 1 and 3 for me. But playing on the closer to the tuners, if you're playing 2 and 4 with your fingers, 2 and 4, it's kind of a stretch. I mean, that's not pretty either. Like, that's me playing 2 and 4. Here are my fingers that aren't down. I'm wiggling those. But for 1 and 3, it's a lot easier. And it all comes down to, dexterity and being able to play these things, like practicing them and making your fingers a little more, Also finding the pitches. I mean, once you get the pitches down, it's a lot easier to find them. And then it's like, okay, so that's why finding them first. Because further you go up, the more these crunch together, right? The distance between them becomes less and less. It's just the nature of the instrument. So you really have to pull things together. Anyway, I digress. That's thirds, and that's just on the A and D string, but the same is true for all the other strings. It's just a question of learning the positions and playing them. I know you're like, whatever. So yes, that was very exciting for me to learn that last night. There were some other things I was going to talk to you about. I did watch a video on sounding more like a professional, and I think the person I watched on YouTube, they talked about you know, putting enough pressure with the bow so that you don't have like a thin sound. I don't seem to have that problem, but they did talk about, and I've seen this on a number of channels, where you come in from like a big round circle and just keep doing this. And they talked about how it's harder going up because this is your up bow. So you're looking for even pressure, which is difficult when you're on the tip or when you're at the frog, because here you have to push harder and here you have to push lighter because of the nature of bowing. So I'm going, and of course you don't want to hit the other strings, but I do. Yesterday, I was having a heck of a time playing the tema at the beginning of this, beginning of the I still don't know how to pronounce that, Violin Studies, School of Bowing Technique in the 40 Variations, Opus 3. Let me take a good sip of coffee. Woo! That'll be my 6th cup today. It's not truly 6 cups, but it's do I have that on? Yeah. So yeah, 6 cups. That's because, you know, a cup is like, you know, I'm measuring by, you know, real cups, and actually it's my 3rd big cup. I'm terrible. I'm gonna have problems later, I'm sure. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back to this one. Allegro 132. They want you to play it fast. I played it super slow yesterday. That's that one. not as rough as yesterday, still rough. Improved. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not worried about perfect. I'm worried about improvement. And that's all I'm worried about. Because improvement takes time. And perfection, well, there's no such thing. So I don't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one because I love it. It's so much fun. I did it wrong. That was a lot better too. I have to say, I thought that was decent, not terrible at all. And yes, there were still moments where I was like, it wasn't perfect, but it was improvement. Yay me! Yay me! Pat myself on the back. The coffee is working. Java juice makes me happy. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is variation 2 in the book. And just once again, because I showed yesterday, but I just want to show it again. This is the book. It's got a green cover. It's available at archive.org, and it's free. And everything at archive.org is free. All you have to do is just look up violin studies. Boom. You got everything from like Paganini to who knows what. I mean, it's like amazing what's out there. Not that I'm going to be playing Paganini. That is not my goal. My goal is to get proficient at the instrument, not at the level where, I mean, I want to get to the point where I can, play out and be comfortable and enjoy myself, and that other people can enjoy it too. But I'm not there yet. Every day, and what I'm impressed with this whole thing is that, like, I have really, really bad practice days, and then I'll have a really good one. And I'll have like breakthrough days. And then I'll have some really bad ones. And then more breakthrough days. And it's just, it's the circle of life, right? Well, who cares? but it's kind of the way it goes. Okay. Now this one is. Supposed to be up bow. Okay. So each measure is supposed to be a different change. You're supposed to do down, up, down bow to start on the first measure, and then the second measure you're supposed to start with up bowing. So, and it goes that way until the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 11th measure is where it switches, and then you're doing up bows and then down bows, and so it's a little confusing. But that's good. That's what exercises are for, right? I'm going to start over. And this is where it's also weird because everywhere else it's got like an 8th note rest right before the next measure, except for in this part. So you've really got to be on top of it, because otherwise you're going to start with the opposite bowing technique of what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of a cute piece. It's like right? Kind of fun. And it's supposed to be played 144 allegro. That's more like dun dun dun. And I'm not playing it that fast because I'm still getting it down. think those went really well today. I mean, despite them being kind of new. And yes, there's how many in here that I have to get through it? 40. Oh, 40. Yeah, I'm not even there. And my printer didn't print everything correctly, and so some of the pieces parts of them are missing. But that's okay. Here's one, variation 27, which reminds me of the stuff that Jane Holiday gave me to practice, because it's da 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 da. I mean, it's like it's moving the bow in those little short things, but I'm not going to worry about that now, because what I really want to do, I want to practice my my bowing, my cross bowing. I really want to make sure getting as close as I can to the other strings without hitting them. Those are the things. I don't have anything to wipe off my strings other than my sleeve. It's soft material and it's not going to hurt it. So only thing it might hurt is my sleeve. I don't know. Yesterday I posted a picture of my violin, my 5-string, and I was just like, I love my 5-string, which I do. It's frustrating as heck, but I love it. So, and then they said, I said, what's your biggest, what did I say? What is your greatest challenge with your instrument? And one of my piano player friends from when I was in River Cities Jazz, he's such a great guy and he's very funny and he likes to rib people once in a while. And he said, backing up Amy on piano, which I knew he wasn't serious. It was just so funny. He's a funny guy. So to Jim, thank you very much for ribbing me. I miss you like crazy. I miss your talent and I miss you just totally. I hope you're enjoying Missouri. Okay. Oh no, I dropped my rosin. Okay, so let me see. I want to go over La Rose because I wonder where my baby is tonight. Why is that there? That is not what I had. No. Where's my La Rose? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I gotta think about it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. I think it fell out, and then I was like, Fred. Yes, La Vie en Rose. Da, 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 da. Okay, so starting with the intro. So I think I need more pressure on those C's because when I play them, they always sound kind of thin. Okay, so. not great yet. Not great yet. But I think what's really going to matter with this song, because it's so famous and because it's so wonderful and I love it, I'm going to need to give it a little more love. Need some love. It needs some love. Okay, so let's give it some love. Let's try that again. So still hitting strings, and I see a big problem area when I go from the A to the G, because I'm playing this in the key of C. So this is where I'm at the end of a phrase and I'm playing. So I'm jumping from a B to an A, but I'm jumping down. I could just play it open, but that doesn't sound so good. And I really want that vibrato. So I have to kind of, or what I could do is I could play it up. I could play it in like second or third position, whatever. Possibility. Though not very pretty. At least not yet. And that's the way it always is. When you first try things, they usually sound like caca. Caca! Anyway, all right. Let's start from the beginning of the main theme, which is A. Liking the way that C is sounding. That's why I keep playing it over and over. So I forgot to jump to the B up high. So. you know, I'm working on it. It's common. Yeah. I feel like if I work it to death, I won't see the progress until the next day, which is very common. I mean, if you think about it, right? What happens when we dream? We process. We process. And a lot of things you're just not going to get no matter how many times you go through it. And I approach, this is so stupid, but it's true. When I do video games, I approach it the same way. Because video games are about as frustrating as learning an instrument in some regards. Like, let's say you're battling a boss and you're just frustrated beyond all get out, and you're just like, oh, I can't solve this. This sucks, right? And you're just frustrated. The best thing you can do is walk away, come back tomorrow, then battle the boss. You probably come up with something new and a better way to deal with it. And that is how I deal with video games, and I will beat the boss. It may take me a few days, but it's less frustrating because I'm not spending hours and hours and hours trying to beat my head against a wall to make the wall break. I'm allowing myself time away from it to come back after I've processed a little bit. And that's so important when you're trying to solve any problem in life. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just walk away. Walk away and process. We're so concerned about having like a quick comeback, right? And dealing with things. And you know what? We're smarter than that. You know, that's what animals do. And most of the time it's not a good decision. Usually it ends up injuring somebody. But when you step away and you process, sometimes it's better. So I just stepped away from this song and processed a little bit while I was talking to you. And now I'm going to try it again. And it may not be good. It still may not be good. And it may be worse. But that's okay. If it's worse, or even if it's better, I'm going to move on to a different song. So yeah, I really want to, I think if I have a pencil, I do. It's a puppy chewed up pencil, but it's still a pencil. I'm gonna write in what I've decided to do in those places. So I'm gonna put 4. Oh man, he really chewed this to heck. Okay, and then 4 above those. And I think that'll really make a big difference when I have it written down. Maybe, maybe not. You'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's take a look at a different one. How far are we into this practice? 37 minutes according to that. I don't want to play that right now. Ça tu savais. I haven't played this one in a long time. I don't even remember the melody. But I'm going to look at it. And it's got some interesting stuff going on in it, so let's see. No. Oh, okay. 3 flats, so it's in the key of E flat. Okay. Da 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 da. Got it. Okay. And then it's 8 bars of A flat and C minor and G7. And then back to the main theme. Okay, that's not so terrible. I mean, even though it's in the key of E flat, it's still good. Sometimes I get overzealous and I just, I'm all over the place, which, you know, it's a very delicate touch. I'm doing that jaw clenching thing that I do when I'm entering in tension land, and that's not good. It's when I concentrate. I'm still getting some extra rosin on my strings. Such a jazz song. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it fine. I like it so much. So I did something different there. Instead of just playing the D as an open string, I tried it with my pinky. And I'm always trying to do that. I'm always trying to up the level. Because if I keep trying to up the level, I'm going to improve. If I'm always playing it safe, I'll never improve. And that's something important. You have to play around with it. You have to try new things, and you have to take risks. Always. Better. Getting there. Once again, it's a process. Again, being a 5-string violin and not a 4-string, because I moved from a 4-string to a 5-string, I do get sometimes confused on which string I'm playing. It happens, so that's what just happened. Okay, let's end it. So same theme, we're just going to end it this time. So, and I kind of rushed that. I did. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Next to this is a song called Smile by Charles Chaplin in 1936. Who could Charles Chaplin be? Gee whiz. Okay, so it's called Smile. And it's in the key of C, so it should be relatively easy, though I have found that for me it's easier to play in any key other than C. I don't know why. Okay. That's this A string. I'm always fighting with the intonation. Well, not the intonation, but the frequencies. And I don't know if it's because I'm not putting enough pressure on the bow or something else. repeats. It's vaguely familiar. And I bet if I played it, let me see. Oh, I can't play it there. I'll have to play it here. I say, wait. So playing it an octave lower is a little confusing just because it's written an octave, the way I originally played it, an octave above. And I'm used to instruments where the fingerings don't change if you play it an octave above or below or whatever. But with this, the fingerings change, and so I get a little confused, but it's fine. I just adapt. You just have to adapt. And that's going back to that thing of keep doing things that cause you to grow and change. I wonder if I could do an octave. But actually, I can see why octaves are hard to play. People talk about it all the time. They're just like, octaves are so hard. I can see why. This is hard. Yeah. I think it's a good song to practice octaves on. It would be a lot of fun if I ever get to that point where I can play it, but yeah, that was challenging because when you have an octave or any kind of harmonics, you are going to have to match those frequencies. They have to, if they're off just by a little bit, they sound like crap, and that's a bad idea. That's bad. So, okay, that's Smile. I'm gonna move on from there. But I do think that was kind of fun. I think it was fun. Bassa Dorado. I love Bassa Dorado. I'm not good at playing it, but I love it. That's right. Okay. Once again, phrasing. Ah. I was hitting both strings, so that's why I kept going. So I actually have no idea what those accent marks mean at the end, but I'm guessing because it's the same note. It's just G, G, F, G, G, F, D at the end, and they have an up and then a down. So, and it's not a pyramid or a triangle. It's just otherwise it's just, which is boring. Ugh. Okay. So as you can see, work has been done on this piece already. It's not where it needs to be, but every time I play it, I feel like I'm a little bit better at playing it. So my thought is, because I have to hit 2 notes at the beginning of this in order to play it, because you can't really crunch 2 fingers like this. It's really hard to crunch 2 fingers with strings so close together. So I think what I have to do is kind of use the side of my finger. And if I don't do it that way, it just doesn't have a strong sound. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, okay, so that's Basso Dorado. I think we're done for the day. I'm gonna come back and practice later. I like being up in this space just a little bit better than being down in the studio, just because going down into my office, even though I love my office, it's not easily accessible to practice, though the sound might be better for you guys. But I really enjoy playing up here and keeping my violin up here, just because I see it and it reminds me I need to practice, and it reminds me I've got to work, and I just like working on it so much. And I love that I can just come, and I have a big screen television right here, so I can like watch YouTube videos and kind of see really well what they're doing, and then I can kind of mimic that and work. So I really do appreciate all the YouTubers that have been teaching and putting out videos towards a violin, because it has helped me tremendously, and I hope that you continue to do it. Please, if you see something, if you're a violin teacher and you see something that I'm doing wrong, I love the feedback. I would love for you to just tell me, hey, this could use some improvement. Maybe you need to try this differently or that differently. This is day 20. We made 20 days. So I'm so excited about the progress I've made. I'm excited about all of the things that I have learned, and I'm really excited to be in this book, right? And going forward and getting better, and I'm excited about what we're going to be doing. Excuse me, I sneeze. And I'm excited about what the future holds for this, because I think by the time we get to 90 days, I'm hoping for good improvement, because I've already seen such improvement in my playing. So, all right, you guys, thanks for pushing me to be better. Have a great day. God bless. And right, that's it. Thanks.